Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring. Let's keep it going here in the Dragonbarrow. It's time to level up with the runes that we got last time. We got an amazing amount of runes once again from a rather unremarkable mini-boss otherwise in the Dragonbarrow. But, you know, if they want to just shower us with runes, who am I to judge? Who am I to complain, realistically? We're going to need a few more runes here to get to the next level, but I like that we're getting 3 damage to our scale sword by leveling up strength, so we're just going to keep going down that strength road for now, and we'll think about optimizing or respecking potentially at some point. But let's get, what do we need, another 4K? Another 4K, please, maybe even 3,800. I believe there is a rune increment that has 3,800 runes. There it is. Why don't we try that, see if that works out for us. See if that does the trick here, as we are hopefully not too far away from finishing the Dragonbarrow. We might be able to wrap things up here soon enough, but we'll see exactly what else the Dragonbarrow has in store. We're going to start, I think, by heading up to this upper bridge that's in front of us. We know that last time we dealt with the Knights Cavalry that was on this lower bridge. And we've seen there's a dragon guarding the upper bridge. So why don't we head up there and see if this dragon is any different than all the other dragon friends that we have become well acquainted with at this point in the Dragonbarrow. And thankfully, the game has not. The game has not, what am I saying? It took us, we're getting warmed up here at the start of an episode. It's been a little while since I've recorded some Elden Ring. The game took some mercy on us, I think is what I was trying to say. The game was lenient by, so far, presenting us with dragons that did not breathe fire. Is that about to change? This dragon, as we're getting closer, does seem a little bit more on the intimidating side. It is flying dragon Greyll. This is actually, there is fire involved at long last. Okay. All right. We have potentially a boss, so I'm probably actually not going to summon like I was thinking about doing at first. Okay. All right. So how do we actually, I did not, I was sort of, I should have kind of known that this was going to be a little bit more problematic, because we were dealing with a dragon on a bridge. It was not going to be as straightforward as all the other dragons that we've had so far. Let's drink our cerulean flask, and let's also drink our flask of wondrous physic here. Because this, the trick here is we're going to need to roll through the fire, I think. Well, we can at least block it to an extent. Oh boy, are we going to be able to hit you? Are we going to be able to hit you? This guy is substantially larger than all of the other dragons that we faced. Obviously, Elder Dragon Greyll accepted. And I'm turned around the wrong way. Okay. Let's see if we can. I'm having a very difficult time hitting you, because the old jump attack strategy that we were employing against all of your friends. Oh shit. God damn it. That jump attack strategy doesn't seem to connect with you as readily. So do we just do strong attacks? How do I hit you? Okay, that's a good start. Finally. Oh boy. Oh shit, it's this move. I think we're dead. We're not dead. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the trick with the fire. When there's fire involved, fuck me. Okay, there we go. When there's fire involved, that sometimes will mean an attack right in front of you Okay, this attack I'm usually okay with. Usually. Pretty good on stamina here. Did we hit him on the wing with the follow-up? That was kind of cool. Oh boy. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, we still got hit. He breathed fire to the one side of the bridge, which was interesting. I guess if you had breathed fire directly down the center of the bridge, we would have been fucked. All right, our tower shield is a bit resilient against fire, but not amazing. Was I out of stamina there? What happened with my jump attack? Okay, we're still not dealing an amazing amount of damage here. Should I be trying to incorporate more spells into our... God damn it. That attack, I should probably run around. Should probably do a better job avoiding that attack. I thought I was getting hit there. No! Fuck, I rolled too late. Man, it is. The scale sword is... I'm struggling with it right now. Trying to get the range and the depth on you. But we're getting some hits. We are connecting to some extent. He's gonna do the straight breath attack here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Run around, run around. Hit you in the foot. Give you a dragon manicure, pedicure, whatever. They may be one and the same, for all I know. I'm not an expert on these things. Oh no, there's a wall of fire that's gonna hit me. Fuck. All right, we're getting low on flasks here. Let's take the hits that we can, I suppose. Oh no! What? We don't have to be super reliant. We don't have to completely rely on camera lock all the time, you know? I was out of stamina. All right. All right. Oh, boy. Where are you? Where are you? I don't know what you're doing. Oh, my God. He's completely short. Sure. Let's get our trickle heal going because we probably are going to have to rely on it here. This is bad. Oh, I had the angle. I cannot believe I was able to get that angle. Man, these jump attacks are just not cutting it. Okay, that's better. Just do the strong attack without jumping. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. Okay, blocking that is not the worst idea. Better than some of the other ideas I've had. There's a piece of loot here. What the fuck? A golden rune 1? Hello? Where'd that come from? I should have just blocked it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Trickle heal's still going. Should I back away here? I think we're backing away. We might need to incorporate more ranged attacks, folks. Because, well, you are pretty low on health. You are pretty low. If I can just get a few more hits on you. I was trying to roll there. I don't know if I was out of stamina or what the deal was, but there was definitely no roll. Oh shit. What the hell? Dude, did he just bug the fuck out? That was weird. I didn't think I was going to make it through the tail whip. God damn it. You're so, it feels like you are so right in my face, and yet I am failing to connect so miserably. Please die. No. One more hit, please. One more hit, please. Okay, well, that's another Dragon Heart, and that's another 100k runes, and that's another dragon that can get out of my game. Ay. Are we having fun yet, folks? Are we having fun yet? I definitely could have used Latenna's help, but I do try as much as possible. I can't guarantee that it's going to be 100% of this playthrough, but I am trying to adhere to my principle of, I think I see a Side of Grace on the other side here. So in spite of us having 0 healing flasks, we're gonna try to hope and pray that there is a Side of Grace here that will allow us to rest. But I was gonna say, I am trying to adhere to this principle of not taking help on boss fights. And in my mind, when we have a great enemy felled, that is what I am counting as a boss fight. And of course, you don't know that until the fight is actually over. So, but when in doubt, we have to go without our summons. Noticing we've seen these skeletons. I guess they're not maybe fully skeletons, but decrepit corpses we've seen with this rib cage. We've seen it inside of the bestial sanctum. I wonder if these are these supposed to be like the beastmen? The beastmen of Farum Azula, or the beastmen of some other place? There might be beastmen in other parts of the Elden Ring universe, but we do see, I was correct in seeing some grace, some touchable grace, and touch it we shall. Let's rest and level up once again. And now we can say that strength is, well, it's not quite at the same level as faith and vigor, but that's, you know, we're getting close. We are almost, we're basically in the neighborhood. All right, the flying dragon, not Greyll, but Greyll. Who knows what the pronunciation is there for sure. But let's start looking around on this side of the bridge, shall we? Is there anything, are there any secrets underneath the bridge potentially to find? At the moment, I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking for any sort of outcroppings along the stretch of the bridge here, the outside of the bridge. Anything that you would want to, you know, jump over the railing and try to reach. Let's scope out the other side as well, and then we will turn our attention a little more closely to these creepy ass statues. Statues, gravestones, I don't know quite know what they are yet. Was there a path? There is a path, kind of. We obviously, I think we explored this path along the lower part, this lower section of the cliff face. There was I think the Dragonbarrow cave somewhere back in here. And I do have a note that I made. Maybe it was over here, I'm not sure, but I have a note that I made during editing regarding something that we might have missed. There might have been a sus wall in the Dragonbarrow. There was a wall that looked a little bit sus in video editing, at least. And so we'll try to remember to check that out here at some point. But real quickly, before we go forward, let's just make sure about... It must have been one of these skulls. I guess there are these just are... the well-known Golden Rune 1 skulls that are everywhere in Elden Ring. They show up on this bridge as well. Yeah, that was an interesting encounter, mainly. Well, interesting maybe it's not the right word. It was different from other dragon fights because of the narrow space, the narrow confines upon which you are forced to fight. And that makes things a bit trickier. And we almost did not make it. But I will give just a, there was a scarab down here. Look at that. I am going to give a shout out to the Trickle Heel. Shout out to Trickle Heel getting us across the finish line there. Of course, the retort to that is, well, dingus, if you had just oh man, that thing is strong. Okay. If you had just specced a few more cerulean flasks, if you had just given yourself more healing flasks instead of worrying about giving yourself more trickle. Oh my god, a dragonfly. This dragonfly is bigger than most. Dude, that scarab did not die, apparently. Oh, it's on the... Okay, this is funny how tunnel vision works. The telescope's not gonna help me here. I totally did not see that it had gone here to the gravestone. I was looking like way down at the path. I just had completely forgotten about these gravestones. And I thought, oh, the scarab, did it not fall down to the path below and die? And then I think there was something that died. There was a health bar that appeared there for a second. And I thought, was that the scarab? And in that confusion, I totally didn't look at the fact that the scarab was right here on the tombstone, and we might have been able to actually kill it. So why don't we quickly do our game reload and take care of this scarab, hopefully this time. Come here, buddy. Come here. And, oh, okay, we get a bestial incantation. It's been a while since we picked up one of those, but it makes sense. We are in the neighborhood of the bestial sanctum. Let's get our lantern turned back on here as well. Love my... Have to illuminate not just our surroundings, but also our wonderful flowing red locks. Let's check out the new spell. Bestial Constitution alleviates blood loss and frost buildup. Okay, all right, another little status ailment. Dealio. Incantation taught by Gerank the Beast Clergyman. Fills the body with bestial vigor, alleviating buildup of frost and blood loss. Having gained intelligence, the beasts must have felt how their wildness slipped away as civilization took hold. That's funny. It's like the reverse, you know, the reverse of humans descending into madness, turning into beasts, which was one of the very prominent themes in Bloodborne. But it's the opposite in this case. The beasts were descending into humanity. Or ascending into humanity, which for them is a backwards progression, but whatever the case may be. Yeah, the beasts, huh? So the bestial sanctum. I'm gonna be curious to see what other pieces of lore we find here in this last little section of the Dragonbarrow, which you can now, I can see as we're riding back across the bridge, and I'm kind of more taking in the full view of the place. We can see these. Are they gravestones? Are they actually gravestones? I'm trying to figure this out, because they are, to an extent, they look like gravestones, but they also look like they have been broken. They've been broken, but then they've got these beast creatures fused with them somehow. What the heck? I really am not sure what's going on there. So now the question, though, is where do we start? Where do we want to go? Maybe let's go, will it let us go directly here to the right? We also have that, we know that there is a golden seed, don't we? Maybe we should try to make a beeline for the golden seed. Let's actually do that. And we'll keep our eyes peeled for any hairy situations. No pun intended. When we're dealing with the beasts, an area where beasts are going to be featured prominently. These enemies, I think I had noticed these guys before when we were looking from the Bestial Sanctum, these enemies that we have come across. I don't know what to call them. Did we actually, did we get a name of these guys before? But they're kind of annoying. They try to like put you to sleep, and they have various annoying things that they throw your way. Let's get, we finally have our 4th golden seed. I was not very excited in that moment. I was less excited than I should have been, because this gets us a new flask. And of course that new flask, that extra flask, would definitely have been very helpful in the dragon fight. We managed to eke it out regardless. But let's add charges to our flasks. 4 golden seeds. Added a charge to the flask of Crimson Tears. That's fine. 9-3 works for me. And now the next upgrade is going to be at 5. We've finally gone into 5 golden seeds territory. I wonder what the maximum number of flasks is going to be. You all, I'm sure, know at least the maximum number that you could get. Well, there would probably be a maximum no matter what. It's not like you get more and more flasks as you go into New Game Plus. Normally, who knows how it works in Elden Ring for sure, but I would guess that there's going to be a cap. What is it? Don't know. Farum Great Bridge. Oh, the Beastmen of Farum Azula. Farum Great Bridge. Farum Great Bridge. Farum. Interesting. I am now all of a sudden realizing, well, I don't know exactly what I'm realizing, but I am remembering. Do we not? Oh, we would have to go. There's not a warp point. I was thinking of warping to that little preview area that we had for Farum Azula, but we can't warp directly there. We could get there by going to the 4 belfries, but I'm not going to do that at this moment. But it made me think. It made me think to the beast men that we saw in Farum Azula. But also, there was a crap ton of dragons, or there were a crap ton of dragons, if I can use my grammar correctly. It's really interesting that we have this Farum Great Bridge here at the end of the Dragonbarrow. Why are there a crap ton of dragons flying around the Farum Azula that is in the air? And why is it, I was quickly checking to see whether we are in evening time, because who knows when there's going to be a Deathrite bird that pops out. I do hear a scarab though. And we get another Somber Smithing Stone 9. Where are the, oh wait, I have an 8. I just don't have 7s. I need 7s, guys. If I had a 7, I think I would almost certainly put my skill sword up to a +9. Give me that +7, where it be. It's probably out somewhere in the Altus Plateau, because maybe we should have been in the Altus Plateau instead of the Dragonbarrow. But it's an open world game. You can do things in any order that you want, right? Waiting for... Now I've got a Deathrite bird. I've suddenly put the idea of a Deathrite bird in my mind. And yeah. And now I'm thinking it's going to pop out at any second. The whole situation with Farum Azula up in the sky, it's making me wonder, like, are we looking here where we see the Farum Great Bridge is what we just crossed, and you have the Bestial Sanctum up here. We may be looking at the remains of what once was either Farum Azula, or maybe it was just called Farum. It used to just be Farum on its own, and now that it's been, like, ripped away up into the sky by the craziest tornadoes ever. No, I heard something. Okay. Oh, I see. You're using the... I think that was the spell that Garank used against us. I don't know that we have that spell yet. Glowstones. Where are my glowstones? Where are my glowstones? Just want to get another look at you. These aren't supposed to be... Are these guys that would eventually have turned into beastmen? Our glowstone is not really helping us here. At least not on that side. I don't think there's anything... I'm just wondering here. Like, these guys are using bestial incantations. Or at least that felt like a bestial incantation. We've got the Beastmen of Farum Azula. We're at the Farum Great Bridge. I feel like there is there are some puzzle pieces to be put together. There really isn't, other than the big... I keep thinking of them as gravestones, but they could be like just the residual, the leftover pieces of buildings and structures that would have been this part of this bestial civilization. As civilization took over. They're waiting. They're looking the wrong way, though. Okay. No, I've drank the wrong flask, but I did need magic juice, I guess. I did need some FP. Yeah, that's not a bad spell. It is not a bad one. Fortunately, it doesn't hit nearly as hard as the one that Gorenk used against us the very first time. I still remember way back whenever he first went. Oh, okay. Oh, that they've got these little poison mines. Shit. How am I not hitting you? How am I not hitting you? Wait, the poison reaches over here? I thought I was out of that mess. Oh god. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Wow, yeah, the poison cloud really... I mean, I guess we might as well spawn all the poison traps while we're poisoned. Because, you know, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. Alright, apparently we have to have poison boluses. Neutralizing boluses. As part of our quick items here. I do see them now. I do see the mines. Try to steer clear of them, but they're not... Man, they have... Wow. Somebody really had some fun just ensnaring this entire path. Okay, well that's what we were missing by not exploring up this way past the Knights Cavalry. What a shame that we did not first cross this bridge instead of the Elder... It's not an Elder Dragon. The Flying Dragons bridge. All right. Trickle heal. And then there was a guy over here, but do I care about him? I guess I sort of do if he gives me a flask pack. If he gives me some flasks, I'll take them. Where'd you go? There you are. Wait, no, it's this guy here. There's a couple of you. So I probably have to take both of you out if I want flasks, huh? Probably how that's going to work. Oh my god, there's actually so many of them still. They are hiding everywhere. And they are too short right now. Too short to hit. Okay. What are we looting from these guys? The Vulgar Militia. Okay. Oh, I just realized that you're behind me. Vulgar Militia Greaves and Vulgar Militia Gauntlets. That is, I think, we have looted those before, and I had just forgotten exactly what we picked up from you guys. And now we are being reminded. The Vulgar Militia. So we will check all that out here. Just, oh, there's 2 of you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. The range on that is actually a bit limited. Come on. Torrent is being a champ right now. Torrent is taking all the hits for us. I actually did get... God damn it. Poison! These guys are pretty freaking annoying, actually. And then when you get a few of them, on your case... Oh. Wait, what? Yes. We have not had that happen very often, have we? Torrent actually died on us. I'm so sorry, Torrent. Of all places, of all the places in Elden Ring where Torrent would actually bite the dust. Boy, it is very loud all of a sudden. It is very, very loud. There is a massive waterfall here. Okay. Is this the waterfall? We're looking out to the northeast. We might have seen this waterfall from Farum Azula. The visibility as such is poor enough here that we cannot see in the other direction, I don't think. But I want to say, if we go to the map, yeah, Farum Azula, way out up over here. So that waterfall is one that we have seen from the sky, I think. Very cool. Okay, so far we're not finding an insane amount of stuff, and we are actually not getting our flasks replenished either. So, and eventually we do have a rather formidable looking opponent guarding the Bestial Sanctum, who we have been able to ignore so far. But the time is going to come very soon where we must confront this intimidating figure. I will do it, hopefully, with a full complement of flasks. So we'll keep exploring around here. Aha! Some Starlight Shards? Yo, we got some Starlight Shards. It might be time to go purchase another puppet. Some Starlight Shards. It's been a while since we picked those up. Don't even remember when we last got a set of Starlight Shards. But other than that, I'm really not seeing anything super noteworthy in terms of items. There might be a Deathrite bird here somewhere. Who knows? Who knows what might be here? We are still at night, are we not? Yeah. So if there is anything night specific that we are to come across. But so far, relatively uneventful here in Farum? We're going to call this place Farum? Beast City. I thought I saw something up here, but it's just a tree being blown. Phrasing? A tree being whisked about quite vigorously. So far, none of those enemies, I may have just happened to miss out in each case on completing the group of enemies, but none of those enemies gave us a refill on our flasks, which is interesting to note, I suppose. Okay, I think we're here now at the Sanctum, and I think we have previously done a little bit of scouting around this side of the building. I want to say that we did come around here at some point, to see what we could see. And I do remember noting that it felt like maybe there was stuff to find down below. The question is, though, how would we get down there? Also, I think I can just barely make out the sound of Grank inside to our left. He's in there just doing his, you know, he loves to brood. That's what he does. The brooding clergyman. And I think that about does it outside of you. Are you going to be another, are we going to have another boss here? Would they put another boss so soon after the lion dragon? Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you? It's a gargoyle. It's a freaking gargoyle. Now that I was not expecting it to get up and chase us, but is it still chasing us, by the way? It felt like it was in sort of yellow mode, for lack of a better term, from Sekiro. Investigation mode rather than straight on attack mode. Yeah, and that's what we did. We got it to come investigate. It's a gargoyle, though. Like, this guy is kind of in investigation mode or something. I don't know. Dude, that hurt. That hurt. Oh, that guy just killed us. Okay. I guess your weapon... What the hell was going on with your weapon here? Okay. Yeah. Sure. I took that situation far more loosely than I should have. Because my mind was focusing more on the fact that there is a valiant gargoyle about. Let's go level up. Let's grab our runes and go become unburdened from those runes before anything else silly happens. You gotta have, you know, you gotta mix in a silly death here and there. Part of the Elden Ring experience. But interesting, we did not really... There wasn't really too much else. It felt like not... Like, there was very few items. We found that Starlight Shards over here. But otherwise, kind of a barren place. There is this interesting potential lore to think about regarding Farum and beastmen and dragons and all that jazz. Let's turn our attention, though, to thinking about a gargoyle. I guess if there's only one of them, fingers crossed, we can hope that it remains just one of them. I don't know where the other one would come from, if there were two. Do we want to change anything with our setup? I don't think we need to do anything too crazy here. We're still getting damage added to our scale swords. Let's just put point in strength and see what the deal is with a gargoyle. A gargoyle. The Bestial Sanctum gargoyle. I also never used any summons here with this monument icon. If this thing is not... If we don't get a boss bar for this thing, I might go ahead and bring Latenna into the fight. Black Blade Kindred. Whoa. Okay. Black Blade Kindred. What the hell? It's totally doing the gargoyle moves, though. That thing's a little bit different. Black Blade Kindred, like Malekith. Malekith the Black Blade, right? I just remembered that... I just remembered that fire wasn't exactly the best. You're not so weak to fire. So our we'll try the magma guillotine here, but I don't. We didn't get a full hit on you. Fuck. You're kind of. Are you doing a Black Flame variant? Blackblade Kindred has to be a reference to Malekith, right? I rolled it. Why am I not blocking? I have a shield. I have a shield for a reason. Just use your shield. Especially, yeah. I need to use some spells. I need to figure out. We have Lightning Bolt, right? Or I need to use my Flask of Wonders Physic. Shit. Okay, everything is going wrong right now. That really does so little damage. Oh man, that's frustrating. Yeah, we probably need to respec a little bit for this fight. I apparently cannot block that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, why am I trying to do guard counters? That's not gonna be a thing. There's no fucking way guard counters are gonna be a thing with you. I need stamina. Yeah, this is not how we're gonna win this fight. Oh man. At least there's not. I hope to hell there's not two of them. There better not. What the hell? Oh, they didn't go uphill. Okay, we found your weakness. We figured out the strat. Everybody, just make him do all his attacks uphill. Okay. I really am bad at that attack because there's that delay. Obviously, I'm rolling too soon. Okay. So we need to respec. We need to rethink our approach here because we're just not doing enough damage. We also have to get back into gargoyle mode. It is really interesting, though. Black Blade Kindred. There's a connection here to Malekith somehow. That's unexpected. Let's make life a little bit easier on ourselves, too, by going to the Bestial Sanctum. We've got a closer checkpoint, warp point, what have you. But let's think this through. If we're not going with fire, if we are not doing flame grant me strength, because these guys are fire resistant, do we want to try to build into lightning spears? Or do we go back to the build that we had against the Valiant Gargoyles that got us across the finish line, which had to do with... It had to do with what? What am I thinking of here? Let's look at our Ashes of War. Maybe we still have... Oh, right. Okay. We could do this whole Sacred Dagger. We could mix that into things here. So what was our strategy before? We had... Oh, apparently I had been playing around thinking about using Raptor of the Mists on the Banished Knight's Halberd. Is that going to be good against this enemy? I have not tried this on an enemy yet. I had only applied the Ashes of War. I have not gone out and actually experimented with Raptor of the Mists, which I assume to be a parallel to Mistraven. What did we have before? We were using Sacred, not Ring of Light, but Sacred Blade, correct? I think that's what we used. Because they do seem to be weak to Holy. Do we actually get better? We're starting to be... We lose the Holy damage component if we do it this way. So it might still be better against this enemy to go sacred, even if the number. Let's just check this real quick. So if we equip, let's go ahead and equip that weapon, the Banished Knight's Halberd. I wonder if we can actually level that up. We should be able to level it up because it's a different system compared to the Somber Smithing Stones, right? So we actually have the ability to level things up all the way to like +8. No, 21. And I have, yeah, we should be leveling up something. I just get a little bit wary, you know, I get wary about like leveling up a weapon that I then regret, that I realize after substantial usage that I actually don't like. So I do stockpile. I do hoard the upgrade items, probably more than I should. What I was going to do though, I did equip this, and we'll respec our armor setup here because I think this weighs a lot less than the scale sword. But the damage is what I wanted to see. 346 compared to just quickly checking here and seeing what happens if we put a heavy enchantment on this guy. It goes all the way down to 276. We are getting substantial scaling. Really, really good level of scaling from that sacred affinity. So let's use that. Now, what else? What other spells? If we're going holy here, then maybe Lightning Spear. We ended up not really using Lightning Spear that much against. The problem is we just don't have very many holy spells outside of these aspects. And I don't love the idea. I mean, we never really tried the tail attack. I will put it into this memory slot, but I don't know that I'm going to be using that. What I would be more likely to use probably is some sort of fire protection, because they do seem to have this. It's a Black Flame style attack. He's doing that the Storm Veil. What is it? Stormcaller. But this time it has not just Black Flame, but it's got like a red aura, like a deep red aura to it. And I noticed that it was ticking away our HP at a much stronger tick. The damage over time component, the residual from that version of Black Flame, it's more like Crimson Flame, is more substantial. Okay. So we might want to just apply fire damage negation and craft a couple more of these. Craft a couple more of these, he says. If I can actually navigate to the correct portion of the menu. Why am I unable? Am I not able to craft? What? Is this not a craftable item that I have access to? Or am I absolutely blind? I am absolutely blind. It's right there in front of me. What is going on here? Okay, let's try this again, folks. Let's try this again. Oh shit, hold on. We can be a little bit smarter about this in a couple different ways. One of them is my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Holy time. Holy and Strength seems reasonable. And then we also can do this. We can give ourselves a little bit of an extra. Actually, hold on here. The over-optimization is commencing. The over-optimization, needless little extra bonuses. They're probably negligible, but I like getting them. I like it. That's what matters. I probably should give myself more healing flasks. We'll do that very quickly here. We'll go 10-2. And let's try it again. We go again. Can I sneak up on this guy? Can I sneak up on you? Oh boy. Oh boy, that does so little damage. How are you allowed to do that? How are you allowed to do that? Not fair. Dude, wait a second. This does less damage. Are you, like, stronger against holy even than you are against fire? What? Can't do a guard counter on that apparently because I got knocked back. Dude, is this guy actually more resistant to holy? I'm jumping backwards. I should be jumping forwards. Nope. That move gets me every time. Why am I so bad against that move? Is it also because we're one-handing? Is this a fight where I'm not gonna, where I should not use the shield? Or should I just be two-handing to get myself more damage? Okay. Look at how much that damage over time is. I also did give myself, oh no, I did give myself the flame fortification, so I didn't need to use my fireproof dried liver. Wow, we did even less damage with this thing. Is it because it's only a +8? So what the hell? What in the hell are we supposed to do here? What works against this guy? We got to figure this out. We can try the tail attack. We'll give it a shot. Because we can actually do a charged tail attack. Is that how that works? How does the tail attack work? I forget. Let's find out here. We'll find out together. See, that actually did okay damage. Okay, maybe holy is fine. Maybe it was just the one-handing the banished knight halberd is, you know, not ideal. Maybe we caught him unaware. We got unaware damage. That second hit. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed R2. That's what we really need to be doing, is hitting him melee attack with our sacred seal. He'll really he's really not going to respond to that well. Well, I mean, this is doing something, I guess. But then, of course, I specced away from... Oh. How did we not get hit? Did I actually roll through those for once? Okay. Those we can block at least. It must be because the attack is coming from above, and so I can't block it. Which is frustrating. Also frustrating that I'm never close enough to get a guard counter. We deal so little damage, my goodness. I mean, maybe this is not a fight we're supposed to be doing. It could just be that, you know what? This fight is beyond your abilities at this point. It also doesn't help if you just go for a Sacred Blade when you know that there is a combo attack that is on the way to kill you. So I've gone ahead and I have equipped a bunch of different spells to just see if we can find anything that this guy is particularly weak to. Is there anything I don't think this guy is weak to much of anything. I think this guy's just fucking strong. He's definitely not weak to flame. Probably not weak to black flame. That was my opening. I thought it was going to be the 5 combo strike there. He just dodged that one? Okay. Wow. That traveled farther than I thought it was going to. But it still didn't connect. We can actually block more of that than I realized in terms of damage. You know, Black Flame is actually surprisingly okay against him. That is the one school of magic that I would have thought it was not going to be very good. Interesting. We could potentially get this guy with Black Flame, because the tick, he gets quite a bit of a damage over time on us, but we also do the same in reverse. I don't. We should try very quickly to see about Flame of Frenzy, but I suspect that it's going to be probably similar. I'm guessing that he's going to be similarly resistant. If we are going to do Black Flame, though, I'm pretty sure that gets boosted by... What am I doing? I want to do my Wondrous Physic. We actually want to go back to the Fire Shrouding tier, do we not? Are there any other tiers that might work here? Breaking Enemy Stance. Stone Barb. Try to go for jump attacks. We can break their... We did break one of the Valiant Gargoyles' stance, right? Yeah, we definitely did that at least once. Maybe that's actually... Try to go back to... I just thought of this. Do this instead... Well, there's a couple different ways we could potentially go about this. Let's try this, though. Let's do the Stone Barb tier. Now, I think it does say that the effect only lasts for a short period of time. So, not exactly sure how much time we have to take advantage of that, but we can try to make it work. If we do that, and we also... I was thinking of equipping this jump attacks talisman, but the problem is, what do we take away? We're getting a nice boost from almost everything. Would it be worth swapping out the Fap Ring? Could that really... We could try it. Just really lean into jump attacks, see if we can make that work. Now, we are heavy load, so we just need to bring back down, put on some really ugly-ass greaves for a little while. Preferably ones that have... I guess this is the best fire damage. So that gets us back to medium load. We can try this. I think we're going to take off... I don't think Lightning Spear is going to cut it. I don't think Flame Sling is going to cut it. But... do we want to try Flame of Frenzy? We should maybe see how that works, but also I feel like Black Flame worked pretty well. So why don't we... But also, we're trying to lean into jump attacks, at least at the start of the fight, when our Flask of Wondrous Physic is... What does this say again? When our Flask of Wondrous Physic is still active with the Stone Barb tier. But it does say that it just makes your attacks more likely to break stance in general. So this could also apply to charge attacks, right? So we could start the fight with a charged attack and then go into jump attacks from there. See if we can get that to work. We can try it. It's worth a shot. Might as well. Might as well try to get it done. I did go to 9-3 on my flasks. So I might want to switch away from that. Come down here, buddy. Come down here. Couldn't see very well there. Oh, fuck me. Of course. Did I drink my... I didn't drink my flask, did I? I'm so bad at this. Still haven't drank it. So the whole plan of breaking your... Oh, you can break that, though. What the fuck? That's cool. Love the interactive, destructible environments. I am nowhere close to you. What am I doing? So bad at that attack. Get him to glitch out. Can we get him to glitch out on the terrain? Ooh. I don't know if that's an advantage for us there. Because we, the weird pathing that can take place with jump attacks and such. I wanted to go for a jump attack there, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna get him, if he was gonna bring an attack right away. I have where was my jump attack there? Oh my god. I want to drink a flask, but I'm also down to 3 already, so I kind of want to do my trickle heal. Like, I'm in between thinking about different ways to deal with this guy. I need to just not hesitate. Hesitation is defeat. God damn it. Okay. Well, the whole plan that I had there, we did not. You've got to drink your flask of wondrous physic before the fight begins. This fight might be too much for us, even with the. We really need, if we're gonna get this win here, we kind of need a big stance break. We're just dealing so little damage. He's really not vulnerable, super vulnerable to much of anything. We're just gonna go 11 plus. We could summon. We could summon. I don't want to spend an insane amount of time, though, on this fight. We're going to give this a few more attempts. I don't know exactly how many we're going to do here, but we're not going to do the entire rest of the episode just doing this fight. But I want to try to give it some due diligence here. To give it a shot. The jump attacks are not connecting enough. That's one problem here. One problem that we are having. Because he moves back. He moves back far too often. And then I don't press the buttons correctly because I don't always get a jump attack. God, we just deal so little damage. And then he does that attack, which I'm always too early on. Definitely getting a little frustrated here because I am not deciphering these patterns well. Like, I feel like this is a fight we've done before. I need a drink. I'm getting indecisive. I don't have a proper plan of attack. And I'm not executing button presses properly. Not dodging attacks properly. I need stamina. And then when he's at the end of an attack sequence, I'm too far away so often. That's when I need to be using Black Flame, probably. If we can land a headshot on him, you know, landing a headshot when it does happen is okay. Problem is it's not happening often enough. And I'm too often rolling into that stinking attack. I need to not roll backwards from that. There was supposed to be a fucking roll there. See, the elevation definitely plays a rather annoying role in this fight. Black Flame is not the worst strat since we've not been able to break his stance. And I might even be able to like afford charging it in some cases. The problem is I'm pretty low on FP flasks here. And that attack, man, that attack. I gotta remember that that comes after the, you know, the charge attack. That was a greedy hit. Fuck, what am I doing? Not close enough. Take the stance break there. Bro, bro! Oh my god, I thought I was dead. Now I might be. I don't know if I got that gold foul foot off in time. I've totally fat fingered going to the map. So I don't know if we got a boost on runes there. I was not expecting that last black flame did the trick. Holy fucking shit. We are completely out of flasks. We are almost completely out of HP and FP. But you know what? The Black Blade Kindred, at least that one, because if there's one Kindred, there's probably more. But at least that one is out of my game. Dork! Holy shit! We have a Gargoyle's Black Blade and a Gargoyle's Black Halberd. Wow. Wow. Okay. And also that said, enemy felled. So there goes my logic of not using summons on bosses. You don't know. You don't know until the end of the fight, but I am really surprised that that was just a regular enemy. That was one of the toughest enemies in the whole zone. How was it? How was that not a great enemy? Interesting. He was so resistant to damage. But we got the win because we finally deciphered the patterns at least coherently enough to survive until the end. Holy shit. May my heart... Let me get a hydrate here. Hold on. I'm shaking. I'm definitely... I was trying to stay as focused as I could there. Things worked out. I am noticing that this actually has a faith holy damage component. Curious to check that out here in a moment. Oh my god, I spilled a little bit of the water on my mouse pad. Not on my mouse, fortunately, because I'm still kind of just... Oh, breathe, breathe. It's fine. Everything is going to be fine. The Black Blade also has a holy damage component. So that was so counterintuitive because I did not really it did not occur to me that that guy was oriented with holy damage. And so it would make sense that our holy damage, our sacred halberd, did absolute jack shit. But then Black Flame kind of kicked ass. That whole aesthetic, he's not an enemy that screams holy damage. The Crucible Knights are already a bit questionable, but at least they have, you know, like if you just look at a Crucible Knight, it doesn't necessarily, you don't think, oh, this is like an angelic holy damage type foe. But then they pull out the tail attack, or they pull out the aspect of the horns, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks holy. It's got a holy aura. There was nothing about that gargoyle that said holy damage. Let's read. Gargoyle's Black Halberd. Bronze. You said it was a Black Halberd. Bronze Halberd wielded by valiant gargoyles, mended with blackened corpse wax. Aha. Okay, so it does make sense. Deals holy damage. What the hell? So the tip of the spear, blackened corpse wax, such is the mark of those who serve Malekith, the Black Blade. Fascinating lore connection here. Why is there a valiant gargoyle that has taken up service under Malekith? Why is one of those here, outside of the Bestial Sanctum? Bronze greatsword wielded by valiant gargoyles. The unique skills, actually only one of them has a unique skill. One of them is just the regular old spinning slash, so you could do Ashes of War with this guy. Cool. The Black Blade has a unique skill, the Corpse Wax Cutter, lost skill of ancient heroes. Lift the sword up high to release the power of corpse wax and launch it forward as a blade-like projectile. Dude, was that an option with the other Gargoyles weapons? Let's sort these by order of acquisition. Gargoyles, oh, it was Vacuum Slice, that's what we got. These were not unique skills either. I forgot, dude, I totally forgot we have a Twin Blade from the Gargoyles. I have just had so little time. Usually I try to find at least some little bit of time in between play sessions to just sit down with the game and look through my inventory, because there's so many things we've picked up in so many different categories that, you know, thinking about what we have in our bags is a thing that you're supposed to do in a role-playing game. And I just, you know, I don't want to be doing that the entirety of while I'm recording. So I try to do some of that off camera, and I just haven't had any time recently to do that. So hopefully at some point we will be able to go through, and there are some really, really cool options that I do want to experiment with. We did pick up these Vulgar Militia Greaves as well, which I forgot to remind myself what the story here was. Greaves worn by lean, mean, and filthy. So, it's making me think of the dumpy head Albinorix. The lean, mean, and filthy militiamen. Freshly singed battlegrounds fusing with the stench of the dead. Wait, battlegrounds? Freshly singed battlegrounds. Are we saying that the Greaves are called battlegrounds? Is that also a name for leggings that I've never heard of before? I've never heard pants of any variety be called battlegrounds. Forbidden lands that will be... Oh, I get it. Never mind. Just keep reading. Freshly singed battlegrounds fusing with the stench of the dead. Forbidden lands that will be excised from the memory of history. This is where the Volga militia serve as untiring, unsung watchkeepers. Just read the description. Don't sit there and try to parse every single line until you've taken the holistic reading. Okay, let's move on with our day. Yo, we took care of the Black Blade Kindred. Cool. I wonder if Garank is impressed with this amazing feat. Surely, Garank will be just blown away by our massive achievement. Let's actually go Faith here. We don't get quite as much damage to our scale sword, but let's start leveling up that Faith. And I just felt like leveling Faith because we haven't leveled it in a while. I'm sure Garank is going to be just so impressed with what we've done. Yep, exactly the reaction that I figured we would get. And wait a second, we can mount up on Torrent in here. I did. News to me. I have this assumption, and we all know what happens when you assume. But I had assumed that indoors is not where horsies go. Shame on me. Let's quickly, before we move on, we're very close to moving on from the Dragonbarrow. I'm sure there are some things that we have missed. There is still a bit of potential smithing stone treasure that I need to go get a dragon to break open for me at some point. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Another one of those things that I would like to do off camera, most likely. But I did want to go back to the Dragonbarrow because I thought that I saw in editing, I thought that I had noticed a sus wall. We of course have our friendly rune bear here. And we'll hope to not draw the attention of the rune bear. But I had thought I had seen potentially. Okay, never mind. I feel like you all might see why I would think that maybe this could be a sus wall, right? Like there's a bit of a like an entrance. The shape of this here made it seem like there was potentially an entrance that I wanted to just verify. But it doesn't seem to be the case. So let's get back into thinking about where we're going to go next. We have basically we have a few options, but I think we have realistically two options. One of them being the Altus Plateau, and another one being as I get my try to think through getting my spells, the spells on my bar that I actually want to have. It's tough to walk and chew gum at the same time. A lot harder than you might think. We have the Altus Plateau, and we now have two halves of the Dectus Medallion, and we could very much just go and ride a Grand Lift, and I definitely have the inclination to go and ride that Grand Lift. I also realize we're about probably halfway into an episode here, and there's part of me that kind of wants to save the Altus Plateau really for its own episode. So the other options would be, I think, underground, because above ground, well, you know, we could do a little bit of time thinking about an NPC sweep. Just a little bit of time here. Why don't we, one idea that had come to mind was Fort Height, just in case there is a change with Lord Height. And the only reason that I think of Lord Height is because we originally got I think we got it from him directly, was the first half of the Dectus Medallion, correct? If we didn't get it from him directly, it was somewhere here at Fort Height. So I just thought, you know, we have this second half of the Dectus Medallion. Is there ever a world? Is there ever a chance where Mr. Height is interested in knowing that we now have both halves of the medallion? Does that in any way make us a more worthy heir? And do I have to, as usual, do I have to worry about the demi-humans? The demi-humans getting on my case in the middle of me trying to have a conversation. All right.
I must begin my search.
Nah.
Haste for a
true and stalwart lord. Okay. All right. So I figured that was a long shot, but I just wanted to be sure. So if Lord Height is not going to have anything different for us, why don't we head back to the Round Table Hold momentarily. The Round Table Hold, we'll just quickly run around, just make sure there's nothing new here. I really don't think that Gideon is going to have anything different. He wants us to go to the Altus Plateau. So that's another thing that kind of slightly pushes me away from the Altus Plateau when the game is saying, like, this is the main place. This is your main trajectory of progression.
I asked you not to disturb me.
When it does that, it makes me think, well, maybe we should do the other places like Ainsel Riverwell first. Get those optional places done before going to the required place. But the way I play video games, nothing is optional. I do it all. I try to do it all. I certainly give it my best shot. I don't think there's really anything. I don't get the feeling that we've done anything to spark progression here in the hold. It's good to be sure about that, though.
In this ash, it reminds me.
Okay. We could go and buy... We could go back over here and buy this other... Let's go to Ronnie's Rise, as opposed to Ronnie's Chamber. And this way we can just jump out the window. Saddle up. And go down and purchase this puppet. We have another... I think we could afford it before. And why did I hold off on that? I don't exactly know why. Just didn't feel like buying the entire shop at that particular moment. I guess I was kind of thinking that there's going to be more stuff to buy with Starlight Shards, probably. So I'll just wait a little bit, just in case we find another Starlight Shards shop somewhere. But if that is the case, we're probably going to get even more Starlight Shards for a potential future shop. So why not go ahead and get this Jar White puppet? Jar White. Starlight Jar White. The innards of a living jar I seek tonight. You must apply yourself, better yourself, and one day I will return for you. This game is crazy. There are so many strange things in this game. Jar White puppet. We do have to at least try out the Jar White puppet. Have we actually tried Theralina? Did we ever actually summon her? I'm not sure we did. We're going to put both of these options into our quick items. And why don't we go back to the hold and level up the puppet? The new puppet. What are we going to do about this? Where are we going to find the sus cellar? The secret cellar. How are we going to solve erudition like the way? What There's open questions here that I still have no answers for. But I think what I was getting at with the overall, our next options,
Are you here?
we have a couple options in the underground, right? We have Ainsel Riverwell, as well as the Deep Root Depths, if I remember the name correctly. We need Ghost Glovewort. We need some Ghost Glovewort, which we have over here at the shop. Let's go get that. So I think what I want to do with the remainder of our time for today is check out, at least get an idea, a sampling of what's going on with the Ainsel Riverwell. I think that's where we're going to head. Assuming that I don't think of any other pertinent NPC sweep options that I want to take a look at. Oh, we actually have we can get Ghost Glovewort. For some reason I thought we only had access to the +2 and +1, but they have +3 at the shop as well. Right, of course, because we can level up all our shit to +3. I don't know why I was thinking that. We should spend some time looking through the map to see
Greetings. Are you here for...
what other NPC sweep options might present themselves. But I don't immediately have anything that's coming to mind. Bia is still on the loose somewhere. Let's look at our map. Let's look at our somewhat sizable map at this point. We've made some reasonable progress. I'm sure there is still So much more to do. So much more than even I can imagine at this point. Yeah, I don't think there are any really relevant NPC sweep check-ins that I want to do. So, out of our 2 options that we have, if we're not going to the Altus Plateau, I think we're going to save that for next time. I think that is how we will start the next episode, probably. We'll see how things go the rest of this episode. Why don't we go, though, to the Ainsel River Well Depths? We have 2 checkpoints in this area, one of which was given to us via Rena's Rise. But I think I want to start here and just get a taste of having to deal with ants, which is a wonderful thought. Ants are really not the worst. Ants I am okay with. It's just, they start taking on earwig-like quality. That's when we start to have some issues. And something tells me that eventually we're going to have some of those issues. Now, at what point am I going to be able to lock on to any of you? There we go. Okay, so there is a whole bunch of ants. Are they all going to aggro at once? We don't have the ability to ride Torrent here, notably, which we kind of did have the ability to ride Torrent right away in the Shifa River. Just realized that I want to give myself a few more magic flasks. 9-3 or 8-4? We'll go 9-3 for now. I'm hoping that we will have the flask replenishment mechanic down here. Hopefully. But let's see about giving ourselves some Frenzied Burst sniper action against the ants. Oh, we one-shot them. Okay. All right, that's good. That's encouraging. I like that. Can I get a 2-for-1 here? I don't think they're gonna quite line up for a 2-for-1, but nice to know. If I do a regular, even if it's a non-charged Frenzied Burst, they also succumb quickly. So this is good. I did have my Flame Grant Me Strength going there still. Now, why can I not target this last guy? What's up with you? Don't know what the deal is there. What is your story? Why can I not target you? Or what's special about this guy? I guess he is here for decoration only. Ant confirmed. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, you would think there's a similarity with ants to earwigs. They're not, they're kind of, they're creepy crawlies ultimately, right? They're both, neither one of them are ones you want to be too friendly with, but there's just something different about ants that doesn't strike me as incredibly creepy and off-putting. They seem more sociable. Now, I say that, and then all of a sudden, I've got one of them trying to spray whatever the hell that was on me. The good news here is that the ants are not strong. The ants are, at least where we are at, in terms of our character strength, the ants are not a terrible handful. I was wondering if this is Scarlet Rot. I was wondering if that might be Scarlet Rot that they were spewing at us. We did not block all of it with our shield. Oh, okay. Well, that's a trick. They just burrow up out of the ground. So, okay. A little more frightening. Perhaps. The idea of them just coming out of the ground is one I'm not super in love with. We'll deal with it as best we can. Where'd you come from? Well, why would I ask where did you come from when I know now what you are capable of? I know that ants can come from anywhere. So we are, there was a It's interesting that we picked up a Grace Mimic. We haven't looted too many of those. Is the game trying to get us to use a Grace Mimic here? Oh, hello. 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 There was a path at the beginning there that led to the right. So, but we are taking the path to the left to start. Lots of bones. Lots of bones here. And soon, well, probably soon to be ants. Probably some that are going to be popping out of the ground here at any moment. Waiting for me to loot the Smithing Stone 3. Oh, there's a path up here. Okay, all right. We'll check that in a moment. Love the sound of the flies there. Silver Firefly. Golden Rune 1. Okay, I'm getting the sense here that this is a little bit of a lower level area compared to where we are at now. Could have come here a while ago. When we first got access to this, when we first were, you know, when we first banked this checkpoint, long time ago. Well, it may not have been so low level at that time. Do I see eggs? Are these ant eggs? All right. They seem... These feel like eggs where shit's going to pop out of them. No? They are textured in a way that makes them feel like they're not just static assets sitting there. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, all right. I see what we're doing here. I kind of see what we're doing here. I would like to. Yep, there we go. No, we're locking onto the wrong creature here. They also don't deal that much damage. And they refill our flasks. So yeah, this is... That was a nice magma guillotine. I like that one. This is reminding me here, this is making me think back to the gutter in DS2. And the big, scary looking enemy that actually was not hostile. This one, I'm not sure if it's gonna be not hostile. It looked like it was gearing up for an attack there. It was doing a chompy move. It's getting really excited. But so far, it's actually not attacking us. Is it clapping for us? Is that? Oh. I do not trust this thing. It's not exactly being hostile, but I don't know that I want to just let it. Look at this. Oh boy. Going to refrain from making the comment that came to mind. I think we're actually just going to let you chill here. I don't know. You might have some special loot. Maybe you know, that is often the case. There could be some really interesting loot that you have, so you might not be able to go anywhere. Like if I got really close to you, this is the you actually can't move, can you? You're waiting. Okay, you did have a Golden Rune 10 and a Rune Arc. Okay. I don't think it could move, guys. I think it had become immobilized in its current state. And it was trying to bait us into coming close. Little had it known, though, that we have access to Magma Guillotine. It might have rethought its strategy. Are we heading into a boss fight, guys? Are we heading in? Oh, Ool Palace Ruins. I see. Ool Palace Ruins. Okay. We got another one of these statues here. We've seen these a few different times. We saw this up in Liurnia, kind of above us where we are now, right? The, what was it? The Ould? I think it was the Ould Palace Ruins. Something along those lines. So this is a very simpler naming convention. Ool. Looks like it's a point of no return. Oh, I think these guys are the Claymen as well. Okay, okay. Before we go jumping down here, there's more to explore. There's more to explore back here, so we'll try to make note of this spot. We could maybe mark it on the map. I don't know if that would be helpful. But we will circle back around. Let's just cross off the rest of what is up here. Although there was that complete other part of the branching path that was at the beginning. So we have options here. Still cannot ride Torrent. This really feels like a boss room. But there's also a Ghost Glove Wart there. Felt like a very sus Ghost Glove Wart. So is this not a boss room? There's an item here. Shatter Shard Arrow Fletched. Were these the arrows of the followers? The follower arrows? Oh no, these are the resonating arrows that we were trying to distract the big kitties with. Huh. Smithing Stone 3. Seen these assets before at the Shifa River. What's going on here? Feels like there might be a checkpoint. Might have a site of grace nearby, so I don't want to... Oh, it's actually just taken us to... we were right over there a minute ago. We're in the same spot, except we are at the top, overlooking the Ool Palace Ruins. I see. So, is there a site of grace over here? Oh shit, there's an elevator. Oh, are we going back up to the top? No, we would be going down, wouldn't we? There's a site of grace here. Let's get that. Site of grace, let's go. I had noticed the summoning pool here. Very important to activate these summoning pools for us playing offline. I had noticed that, though. I just hadn't noticed the site of grace yet. But my suspicion was correct. Site of grace was nearby. So, what is the name of this site of grace? The Ainsel River... Oh, I should know how to pronounce this. My instinct is to say sluice, but I feel like that's not quite right. We could look it up right now, but I also don't want to. It does go down. Okay. Not too far down, I don't think. I think it's just going to take us to this lower level out into the Ool Palace Ruins. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so that is a way forward there. So we kind of have banked that checkpoint. So let's send this elevator back up and let's go back to the beginning and check in the other direction. Let's rule out our branching paths here. The only little minor thing that we didn't check there was I just realized there was potentially something, a piece of loot that was only accessible via that. That is a telescope, not my lantern. There may have been that first drop down when we first saw the Ul Palace ruins. I think there might have been an item that was only... You could only drop there via... I like how the little the little bit of debris was riding on the ant there momentarily. Dead end. If we can't ride Torrent, then it is a dead end, I think. But we did pick up some magic grease. Fantastic. That was all I came back here for. Okay. I wish I had... I had initially deciphered this as, oh, I saw the waterfall down here and just thought, that feels like a whole nother extensive path to explore that is going to take me a lot longer to work my way through. And if only I had known... what I know now. I wish that I knew what I know now. So, let's see if what I was trying to say was actually correct, because maybe it was not correct. No, there is some loot there. Yep, that's why we have to be over here, is to get that loot, and maybe that loot as well. There might be 2 pieces of loot that are only accessible via this direction, so... Of course, we're going to go that way. I think we can get back around there from here. It's a little bit of a run. And there might be some enemies now that we have to work our way through once again because I respawned everything. But it should be fine. They're just some weak-ass little ants. Famous last words before the ants brutally murder us. Famous last words. Especially when there's like a dozen of them in this room. I'm tempted to just run through. Oh, that was a one-time... That enemy did not respawn, the big enemy. Do they not drop from the ceiling? Oh, interesting. If you don't... So, maybe those ants weren't hostile either. Maybe nothing in that room was actually hostile. We murdered the poor pacifist ants without even batting an eye. Smithy Stone 4. Okay. Okay. And epic item. Celestial Dew. Okay. Just what I was hoping for. Just what I was hoping for. These guys are already getting so clingy. Look at this. Look at this. You all... Did that guy... Wait, are they... Have they developed... They've developed roly-poly abilities. Okay. The Claymen have a new trick. A new... Well, I'm not sure exactly how useful that trick is going to be. Oh, what is that? Bubbles. They are still fans of the bubbles. Dude knocked me out of my magma guillotine. If you get there soon enough, you can knock me out of the magma guillotine. It is true. So, good for you. You can be proud of yourself for such a wonderful accomplishment. I actually cannot reapply my trickle heal, so that's awesome. Anything hiding behind the waterfall? I think we found some soap before, didn't we? There was like some soap stashed behind the waterfall. Do the Claymen of all areas of the underworld, do they all like to hide soap behind waterfalls? You know what? I just realized that I do have the ability to summon some help. So why don't we get the Jar White puppet on the case here and see what this guy can do. All right. A man of oh my God, he's throwing lightning urns. Okay. A man of few clothes, few words, and few clothes. Oh, what in the world are they chucking at us, actually? Did he just throw a firebomb? All right, just stop it already. Just stop it. Give it up. Not worth it. What is worth it is us to keep drinking our flasks, because we do get the flask mechanic. The flask mechanic is back, so let's take advantage of it. And let's pick up all this amazing loot. All these silver fireflies. All this formic rock. Good stuff. Gotta have it. Check for the secret loot stashed away behind the statues. Take out another clayman. The one that just is falling asleep over here. Completely falling asleep on the job. Get his flask. And that was the last of them, because the Jar White puppet said no more. Oh, look at this. Secret tunnel. Through the river. Past the claymen. Secret tunnel. Wow. Oh, shit. Hello, have we connected to where we were before? I think we might have. Maybe. Or we have found another one of you, because I think, good lord, we got a partial glimpse of either this creature or a similar looking creature when we first came to... Oh my God, is that an eye? I think I just realized exactly what I'm looking at here. So we see the, there is a skull that kind of feels a bit like an ant skull. Like there's a, I don't know if, are they called mandibles? Well, you've got, actually, it's kind of, there's a human skull quality because the teeth that are there. Well, I don't know. Are those teeth are kind of pointy. Whatever it is, you've also got this mandible on the side, but then you have this part of the skull, this gap in the skull where you can now see this eyeball, this blue eyeball is peeking around. And then what in the rest of this is a whole new level of Moonlight Butterfly. And I hate it. Okay, is it the same exact one? I don't think it's the same one, because this is way far away from this guy. So, goody. This enemy is going to happen more than one time. Awesome. Exactly what I was hoping for. We're going to head back in this direction. And save that for just at least a little bit later. For now, we're going to keep going this way. Although, wait a second. This actually might just lead to the same exact place. Also, these guys... I was thinking these would be like claymen that would spawn. But maybe they are claymen who have despawned. They have really gone full clay. We're actually just on the other side here, aren't we? We're actually just on the other side. So it looks like we are dealing with this thing one way or the other, whether we like it or not. Oh my God, what is it doing? Was not expecting that. Certainly was not expecting a meteor shower from this thing. But you know, when you think about it, maybe it's not that unexpected. Maybe it's really not out of the realm of possibility. This thing is so ridiculous. So, I am recording, am I not? This thing is so ridiculous. I have to make sure that we get a proper screenshot, a proper view. This is just gonna be excited to find out what this thing is called. Okay, we have to do some dodging of meteor showers here. I also have to back out of my telescope. So let's figure out how we do this, huh? How do we do this? So that actually follows us. It tracks us, but it has a downtime, right? There's a time that it takes before it's able to shoot again at us. And in the meantime, we are able to do some exploring. Okay, and I guess there is a path here to the left. Interesting. We'll just go with the flow here and see what we find. In this direction, which is a site of grace. Perfect. Wow. Sometimes the flow takes you right where you want. Non-functional summoning, non-useful summoning pool, now functional. We're getting Ghost Glove. We're at level 1. An indicator, perhaps, of the fact that we should have been here a while ago. All right, lots of these, lots of our friends here, hanging out. Lots of buddies. Yeah. What you want to do? What you want to do? That's what I was waiting for. Just waiting to do the old guard counter on him. He wasn't sure exactly how he wanted to handle the situation. An immunizing horn charm. We get a talisman. We've gotten a lot of these horn charms down below, haven't we? We got some up in, there was at least one that we got up in Liurnia, in the neighborhood of the mausoleum compound, I think. But a lot of the others have been down below. One way or the other, they usually seem to be near followers. This is the first time maybe we're breaking that pattern. But it is associated with them still in the lore. This one governs resistance to poison and rot. Okay. Okay, that would have been a nice one to have going through Caelid. Still takes up a talisman slot, though, so is it really that useful? Is it really that useful? Let's finish exploring the rest of this little area before I head off into another path. So I think we came in through... We're gonna drop a... I took my glowstones off. We're gonna try to keep our... We'll actually use rainbow stones. Our least used item. One of our least used items in the game. We're gonna use the rainbow stone here to mark where we came from. And hopefully keep ourselves somewhat orientated. That's totally a word. I'm sure of it. And keep picking up our low-level Ghost Glovewort and saving ourselves some runes, since we can just buy those endlessly now. But we'll pick up the small little bit of rune savings, because why not? Okay, I guess we're heading down this path now. Starting to get just a little bit lost. Gotta be some ants that are gonna pop out of the ground here, right? Gotta be. There has to be. Guarding the melted mushrooms. There was certainly going to be some ants. We have a Stake of America that is active. That's another thing that I'm noticing, which is great. Just what I was hoping to see. So that means there's got to be a boss fight, right? We're headed for a boss fight. I think we are headed for a boss fight. So we're gonna bookmark this one as well, so I can check that other path first. Let's put a rainbow stone here. I think I'm keeping my bearings, but we'll put the rainbow stone just in case. So now we want to head back into this section and head to the right, because to the left is where we dropped our other rainbow stone, and that's where we go back in toward the gravity moonlight butterfly mandible. Oh, what in the bro? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me! Elden Ring basilisks. Fuck you. And fuck you. I don't even want to see what moves you have. Just don't exist. Oh, yep. Your buddy already died. Your buddy already bit the dust. And you never even saw it coming. At least he saw it coming. Maybe he did. Supposedly. Oh my god. Supposedly, these, the lore on, at least in Dark Souls, the lore on these eyeballs was that they were actually somehow not actually the eyes, and that the eyes were like, look at that little mouth there, that wonderful, lovely little mouth. Oh my god, this was not a thing that I was even, I hadn't talked about it before, but I had thought about it. I was like, are they gonna put basilisks in Elden Ring somewhere? Are they gonna do this to us? They did it! They fucking did it. Why? The audience answers, why not? Trying to figure out what this growth is underneath the mouth, but you know what? It's probably best not to think about it. Are we heading into Basilisk Central? Is there really going to be... Basilisks are a thing, guys. No wonder there are so many corpses here. No wonder we have, like, the Ludwig River of Blood corpse collection going on here. There's the soap. Wow. That's where they stashed the soap. Not even soap could save you, poor soul, from the basilisks. Dude, what is this? This is a site here. Is this a... Dude. This is a collapsible platform, isn't it? Isn't it? The butterflies. They've lured us in before. There's also this loot over here. There's like multiple lures to get you to go out onto this platform, which feels so sus. Because you're looking this whole time, you're like, ooh, butterflies, ooh, loot, ooh, pretty crystals in the background in this amazing cave. So our options are fall down this potentially sus platform, go back down the tunnel where the Stake of America had its aura. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Not a fall away platform. So, it's not a fall away platform, which means we can take a look at what exactly are we looking at. We picked up Aeonian butterflies, and this sure looks like a rotted swamp. This is giving me, this is right back to Swamp of Aeonia, except this time we're underground, and it feels way more radioactive. What is the deal here? Surely we're not supposed to take the plunge from this ledge, right? Surely that is death. They're just previewing something for us, and we're meant to reach this wonderful, wonderful swamp from somewhere else, potentially over here. If we look on our map. Oh, wow, we're pointed in this direction. Okay. So maybe we're coming from over here. There is a structure here. And I do see an opening down there. That's also kind of pointed out into unexplored territory. So who knows? Okay, well, moving right along. What the hell? Basilisks exist, guys. There may not be any mimics in Elden Ring, but there are basilisks. So, yippee, yippee, joy, joy. Akinar considers uninstalling Elden Ring and canceling the playthrough. Turns out, guys, you know what? My heart just isn't in it anymore. You know, basilisks are just one of those. They're just one of those creatures that is. They really didn't give me. It's funny. My first encounter with basilisks back in the depths, way back in DS1, was actually a pretty smooth encounter. I don't know if that I ever even got hit by their curse gas that they were firing. I managed to somehow not be standing in it. Oh, shit. Oh, wait a second. Oh, shit. You know what? Whoa, okay. So this is interesting because this is obviously very similar to the statue that we saw in the Knight's Sacred Ground area. But now that I see this, this is our loading screen, isn't it? I had it screwed up. I feel like it's a reasonable mistake to make, but I kind of had things screwed up because this is our loading screen, I think. I don't actually know for sure. I also see all these wonderful, look at all the emaciated corpses howling in terror at. It just makes you wonder what happened here. The environmental storytelling in a FromSoft game is always just so fascinating. What the hell happened here? Also, I know this is a boss room that I'm walking into. I know it, and I don't want to admit it. But I have a pretty strong suspicion that this is a boss room, and there's going to be something happening soon enough. It just feels like it's designed. And then there's our monument icon. Oh my god. Oh. Dragonkin Soldier of Nokstella. Nokstella. What is that name? We do so much damage. Holy shit. Okay. All right. All right. See if we can do this. Let's see if we can get this done. And he does so little damage to us. Okay. All right. Okay, what's this new move? What's this new? Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my. Is that frostbite? I think that is frostbite with lightning. Whoa, dude. This is cool as shit. Wow. I did not connect there. I'm trying to think of the enemy in Bloodborne. The boss in Bloodborne. What was the electrostatic doggy? Who am I thinking of? Parl. You're Parl. Kind of. I feel like there is an edge that we're close to here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I was misjudging that. But he kind of there's a little bit of Dark Beast Parl going on with you. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Not a ton. Wow. I think I just. Okay. I think I see what's going on with this attack. Maybe you got to stand in between the lightning. Oi, I'm not gonna make it that time. This guy's got some interesting moves. I like this. This is very different than the other Dragonkin fight. Very different. I just need to get some hits on you though, and we'll be fine. That seems to be beyond my abilities though, at this moment. Something about this boss. What are you doing? He's like body slam this wall. This wall is never gonna see it coming. Like, I just need to hit him in the foot. It doesn't matter where I hit this guy because we deal so much damage. Just hit him. Great enemy felled. Dragonkin Soldier of Nokstella. That's worth an achievement. We should have been here a long time ago. But we get a frozen lightning spear. Did we actually just get a super cool incantation? Is that what I'm seeing? All right. Nokstella. That name is so funny to me for some reason. That was a cool fight. That would have probably been a much cooler fight if it was actually our level. So, you know, but it is what it is. Let's rest and let's read. Frozen lightning spear. Dude, are you serious? We actually just was it actually the last level attribute point that we put into our character was 34 faith, and we now have exactly enough faith to wield the frozen lightning spear. Stabs with lightning spear, ice lightning spear from above. Holy shit, this sounds amazing. Incantation that channels the power of the Dragonkin soldiers. Have we just opened up an entirely new family of incantations? Creates a spear of ice lightning and stabs it into the ground from above. On impact, the spears will burst into trails of lightning advancing forwards. The Dragonkin were born in the Eternal City, where they knew no true sky nor true lightning. Instead, ice lightning was their weapon. Dude. Okay, I also remembered that we should try the other weapon that we picked up, this black blade, and try out the corpse wax cutter. So we've got a couple things to try here. Why don't we try that first? I totally forgot that this is potentially a weapon that we might want to use. What does corpse wax cutter look like? Okay, so it kind of does the same thing that the gargoyle was doing, except it doesn't travel very far. Is that because we had a stupid slope thing. Okay, so because we were on a slight elevation here, and we had the very gradual sloping terrain that screws with apparently this move, which if you are not on sloped terrain, it did it again. Oh, come on. Come on, is this really gonna be that finicky? Okay, if you can get it on the correct flat terrain, That is sick. Dude, okay, I think I want to try this weapon. Because it's perfectly... Isn't it kind of perfectly... It's the same sort of scaling that we have with the scale sword. It's just holy, and it has this, you know, a different type of weapon skill that would be awesome to use. So I think I might level this weapon and try this out. Like, we actually have several options. I mean, this kind of as well, it just has spinning slash on it at the moment, but it's a halberd that, ooh, it's kind of short, isn't it? It's not, it's not as, that's what she said. It's not as long as other halberds, and well, we'll see about that one. But there's a lot of options to consider when it comes to weapons of scale with faith. There's the Godslayer's Greatsword. We do need some dexterity for that guy. Lots of options there to think about. We'll go back to the scale sword for now. I'm going to try to do some thinking about that before the next episode, because I love having some variety in the playthrough as well. Now I got to find my scale sword once again. Let's try out this ice lightning spear. What? Ice lightning spear. Okay. Show me the money. That is so fucking cool. That is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That is so fucking sick. Okay. Yo. I am going to give myself some more FP flasks because we are going to be playing around with a new spell, folks. We are playing around. I don't know if I'm quite feeling frisky enough to go 6-6. We're going to go 7-5 though. We're in an area that is not, it is like the exact opposite of the Dragonbarrow. In terms of difficulty, can I still not ride Torrent? I cannot. Now, ooh, okay. If we're doing Frozen Lightning Spear, I'm not going to respect my Flask of Wondrous Physic. We're just going to let that be. We're going to keep the Wondrous Physic. If a really tough situation arises, then I do want to be able to switch to my Scale Sword as our emergency panic button. But otherwise, I want to try out Lightning Spear. Frozen Lightning Spear, that is. What the fuck? Elden Ring is so cool. Looks like the end of the road here. Wait a second. Oh, what? There is a side of grace down there. Have we... It looks like we have not been down there. So is this not the end of the road? Are we supposed to fall down from here? I don't think so. But I'm also not sure. Let's check underneath the... I guess we're calling these chair crypts. And they have this super fancy chests. Will this have as cool of a treasure as the last one did? It's immediately showing the legendary item glow. Another great ghost glovewort. Huh. We have 2 of those now. Okay. Okay. The ultimate in Ashes upgrade material. I'll take it. We've gotten so many amazingly cool legendary weapons and spells and talismans. They can't all... Every single legendary item pickup can't just blow you out of the water, knock you off your seat. So then, yeah, how are we getting down here, though? I mean, there's a lot of other ways to explore still, so we will be reaching there one way or the other, but I don't think we're jumping. Wait a second. Is there a ledge? Is there a ledge below me? I feel like I'm overthinking this because I'm looking under the water that's falling, the waterfall. There does look like there's a ledge. You know what we have, though? We have rainbow stones. We can test this out. Dude, maybe we are supposed to fall down. All right, you know, we did just get a side of grace, so if, you know, if it's a silly science step, it's a silly science step. Okay, they did jabate me. Jabated by the rainbow stone that caught on to... How did that rainbow stone grab... Oh, it would take me to a stake America. Should we see? Let's see where this stake takes us. Because we should be able to warp back to the Dragonkin. It is right outside of the Dragonkin room. All right, that was a little bit of a debate. Take a silly science death there, but no big deal. I am super excited to try out this frozen lightning spear on some enemies. We need to find some enemies. And we need to also find our runes. Let's get our runes back here. Runes. It's a little unfortunate that Torrent is not able to assist us. So we're getting some extra steps in today, you know? Just upping that ever important step count. What's the story with the Dragonkin Soldier of Nokstella next to a chair crypt with a whole bunch of crazy corpses frozen in time? What's the story? We also lost our rainbow stones that we dropped back here, so I'll have to rely on my... Yeah, let's figure out how this does against the ants. And ideally, we want to position things so that we get multiple hits. Oh, baby. It's not like super necessary against the ants. Like if it's just one of you guys, I might just do this. But then when there's a group, when I have the chance to take down multiple, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like how... Oh, no, the terrain, though. Oh, okay, well, this is going to be the one... The one negative of this spell, potentially, is that... it doesn't go up or down hills, apparently. I find that annoying. I'm sure it's not the easiest thing to program, but I do find it annoying. I find it... it does... sap a little bit of the enjoyment from a spell when you know that it can't quite... It doesn't handle all situations the way you would want it to. So now we're back in the room here with big old gravity. Gravity... eyeball ant moth. Crazy motherfucker. Are we able to attack this thing in any way? We can target you. Now, the frozen lightning spear does seem to be kind of restricted to the ground. So, frenzied burst, we may have to rely a little bit more on here. Let's see about doing flame grant me strength. And then frenzied burst. Or are we too far away? Are we too far away to get him out of juice here? Oh, okay, you are not that tough. Not that much health, but I maybe should have guessed that because we are here in Ainsel River, way past schedule. Way behind schedule. I've got an enemy that's closing in on me, I think, on the ground here, so I might take a hit from a clayman or something. Or so I thought. I thought there were some footsteps closing in on me. All right, there we go. I'm not gonna pop a foul foot here. Okay, 3,800 runes. Glad I did not. Okay, so that guy is out of here. So fortunately, at least the first encounter with the crazy looking whatever the hell that is, it's not overpowered, and definitely not overpowered compared to what we have been dealing with in. That is satisfying, but also a little disappointing because it doesn't fully kill you guys. So we have to use 2, but oh man, the animation on that is so sick. We did get a little bit maybe in over our heads in the Dragonbarrow, especially with Godskin Apostle. So maybe we have earned. Aha, there we go. See, that's what I thought was going to happen with the assets that were in that tunnel. I thought we were going to get that kind of a spawn. But I think maybe it's we have perhaps earned a bit of a respite after the headache that the Dragonbarrow was. Picking up all sorts of magic grease things, stuffs. Dude, okay. I like this frozen lightning spear, but I don't like the fact that it is, like this guy back here was not getting hit by that. That's super annoying. Because I think he was being guarded by these, like this little rock here. Like, why is that something that stands in the way of this amazing, otherwise amazing, frozen lightning spear? Shouldn't happen. That thing should just, you know, go through everything. We came from here, did we not? Wait a second, these guys did spawn. These were the assets in here that were on the ground before, weren't they? Okay, but okay, they do spawn. That is going backwards, though. We are going forward. And in spite of the finickiness of this frozen lightning spear, I am going to try to continue to make use of it. Because it looks so freaking cool. I like it. I like it too much. Especially when there's like a bajillion enemies. You and your bubbles. You guys are like, you know, as much as I am into trickle heals, these guys are into their bubbles. They seriously ain't that good, you know? But I understand. You love something and you just don't care exactly how good it is. The world be damned. Nothing can stand between you and your bubbles. Might as well go ahead and top off here because we're going to get our flasks back soon enough. There are... Is that a centipede I see up there? That is a centipede. There is a centipede here. We did also see, I believe there was a centipede somewhere in Shifa River at the start. Whatever that's worth lore-wise, if the golden centipedes are associated with Radagon, which is my guess at the moment, but I don't know for sure. Okay, I'm trying to get myself pointed in the right direction here. I think there was an item over here that I wanted to get before we head through. So we have there's some former rock here. There is obviously this passageway. This is kind of the main. Wait a second, there's a merchant there. Okay, well, we have to go say hi to the merchant then. This is the item over there's an item here, which we will grab as I am continually dissecting the rest of the environment. I was noticing this debris that was situated as a ramp. I'm wondering where it goes, if anywhere. Is there some sort of, like, there's not a secret here, no. I thought maybe there was like some hard to make out, I don't know, stair step pattern built into the rocks, but I don't think so. Okay, let's go talk to the merchant, see what the merchant's got. We have some runes to spend, and we don't have quite enough for a level, although we've got plenty in the bank, but let's see what the rune has, what the merchant has to purchase. And I will also hydrate. As we continue to up that step count. I guess we'll get the epic item here as well. That's a map. That's a map. Okay. Wasn't expecting the map to be there. We don't exactly have a good pattern yet on where to expect finding maps in the underground, or at least I have not deciphered that pattern yet. What do we got here? What do we have? We have unraveled. We have revealed the Ainsel River. Okay. Shiva River way down there. Ainsel River up here. Where have we been so far? I think we started here, right? This was our start. We tried to turn right, but of course that was quickly a dead end. But now we can actually see, based on this map, that if we can make it here, which I think we actually can make it there, because we have a warp from Rena's Rise that goes there, we could actually fall down this little stair step of waterfalls. We could also potentially make our way. There's a couple different directions to go from this warp point here. We are here right now, and we made our way back through here, and I think this was where we took down the Dragonkin soldier. And then was this out here, that big scarlet rot-looking swamp? Was that where we went before? Or was that over here? That was actually over here, wasn't it? That is off the map. That's a different section of the underground, it looks like, because that was not revealed with the Ainsel River well map. And it looks like maybe here is another connection. This might ultimately be the way to reach that other spot. So we do have to get down below. This is the area that was, here's the chair crypt, here was the Dragonkin fight, and we tried, we had our silly science death here. We have to get down here some other way, and it looks like that is going to be from this direction. Okay, starting to put the pieces together here now. Much easier to do when you have a map. Fun times. Let's talk with a merchant. Looks like I was going to say an isolated merchant because it looked like he had one of those funky masks on, but your mask is more like the other merchants we've seen.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Oh, a hermit merchant. I think that's a new title. A new, slightly different title for our merchants. What do you have? Oh god, you have the prisoner starter's gear. That is a certainly a fashion soul's choice to be made. And there are some cookbooks here. A Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 16. This would allow us to craft Thaw Frost boluses and Stimulating boluses. We'll pick that up. And there's another cookbook here. A Perfumer's Cookbook. I don't think we've gotten one of these before. A record of crafting techniques left by a depraved perfumer. Contains perilous techniques no ordinary physician would attempt. And this will let us craft Acid Spray Mist. The fuck? We can do something with our perfumer's bottles that we picked up before. Let's pick that up, shall we? Okay. And now, if we quickly take a look at our key items, just want to make sure what we've got here now. We've filled in that... No! There is still a Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 15, but I think we know where that is. I think there is... It's at another merchant in Caelid, next to where we fought the Decane X-Ikes. So we could fill in our cookbook knowledge up to 18. Nice. Look at the item crafting here. Stimulating boluses. Oh, right. Alleviates buildup of sleep. Oh, this is what you need slumbering eggs for. Okay. And crab eggs are used for the thaw frost boluses. Got it. Now, what about this acid mist? Can we... There it is there with the... It's got the perfumer bottle icon. This uses Altus Bloom, as well as Miranda Powder, as well as Formic Rock. And it uses FP to release acid mist from the mouth. We only have one perfume bottle, so we can only make one of these. Let's do that. Just for the heck of it. We also get to read. See if there's anything interesting on here. Uses FP to release an acidic mist from user's mouth, damaging armaments and temporarily lowering attack power. Probably not super useful against the Claymen, or maybe anything else here in Ainsel River, now that I think of it, because the stuff here is not that tough. Perfume powder is held in the mouth to dissolve before being expelled. It was once a restorative act, or so it is said. I should equip that. There we go. Okay, we'll try it out. Just because. And then there were some other things like lost ashes of war. Let's just let me look at these other things. Gravity Stone Fan, Gravity Stone Chunk. I think we have picked these up before, correct? The desperate ones who scavenge for these shards dub themselves Starcallers. And of course, another Celestial Dew. How many do we have of these now? We got 5 of them. Are we ever going to need to use a Dew? A Dew, a Dew. Moving right along. Onwards and upwards. Where are we going here? I want to be able to get to that item. But how do I get across to these gentlemen? Where do I go to do that? See, why did it not hit that guy? The frozen lightning spear is cool. No pun intended. But boy, is it finicky. It is a little bit disagreeable. So, we'll see. We'll see about the frozen lightning spear. How do we get across? We need to somehow get up there, don't we? We need to get up here. We need to get up above and then... Am I overthinking this? Am I overthinking this? Is there some other way? There might be some other way to go here that I haven't seen yet. Why did that not... Why did that... The follow-up move, why did that not hit you? What is the deal with this frozen lightning spear? I don't see a way to get up to that side. it feels like we're supposed to come down, which means we have to be up there. Oh, there's a item way up there. Oh my god. Okay, so okay, I get it now. We come through here. That's what it is. We come down from this angle, and we eventually make our way here, and then do all the parkour that leads to here, and then maybe there's another secret tunnel here that gets us to another cool spot somewhere and does a thing. Something like that. I think we have... I think we've done these different funnels now, though. There might... I'm not totally sure if we've explored every one of these little side paths. I might have missed one of them. But I do think that that is where we're going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. This has been a lot of fun. I really like that we have a super interesting new spell to play with. Even if it's finicky, why does it have to be so finicky with the terrain? I love how it looks, though, and I love the possibilities of bringing a frozen / cold spell into our arsenal. But we also were able to complete, or at least in my mind for the moment, complete the Dragonbarrow. The Dragonbarrow was quite a handful, and we got to take down the Black Blade Kindred. What is probably the first of others. If I had to guess, that would seem like it's going to be a recurring enemy. Took down another dragon. We're kind of... We've got some expertise in that area. And yeah, we just need to figure out what we're going to do next time. Because I did talk about going to the Altus Plateau. And really starting that in full. But there's also, you know, the fact that we are here in the Ainsel River and... Not Ainsel River. No, it is Ainsel River. Thought I got my names mixed up there, but I did not. There's part of me that's just saying, you know what? Why not cross this off your list? And see, like, we know that supposedly Ronnie came this way, right? So maybe there's a world where we're on the way to catching up with Ronnie. Who knows what we might find? There's so many fascinating connections to be made, and I will continue to try to make sense of it all, and hopefully we can also come up with some other weapon options to try. I love my scale sword, but I like the variety as well, and we'll try to do that next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.